We're back. We apologize for the technical difficulties on Out of the Mud Lessons with Larry, episode 41. Again, we are here, and the title is What's the Difference Between Your Circle and Your Corner? With guest Stephanie Winfrey and Money Mike. And we have now with us Larry Lott. Here's Larry.
All right. We back. We apologize for the technical difficulties. It was really beyond our out of our control. So you know what they say. Anything's out your control, don't even worry about it. Just keep it moving. So we're gonna get back on the subject of your circle and your corner. Okay. So I would say dealing with circle in your corner, I think the people this in your circle, um, I would say the people that's in your corner, they really there for you. You know what I mean? People that's in your circle, they there for whatever reason they there for. You know what I mean?
And
But
then I was questioning the people in your corner, are those your friends? And the people in your circle, are they your associates?
Who can you count on?
you can count on your
On
corner.
Your
Count
corner.
on your
But
So
check
they're
this
your
out. I'm gonna tell you something
friends.
else. But watch this. Now, when
Mhm.
we speak on the corner, do you realize how often the corner get mistreated, taken for granted?
Repeat that again.
Do you okay when we speak on the corner? So we speaking of people in our lives. So when you say the corner, you basically speaking of the cornerstone in your life. You know, like the pillar. You know, no matter what, this is right here. It's
That's
there.
it.
It's solid.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Then the circle is just the people this in your life. It's in your circle that you deal with every day to day or whatever. But the people that's truly in your corner, oftentimes they get neglected in terms of underappreciated.
Absolutely.
You know, they the ones gonna be there no matter what, but you treat the ones that's in your circle better than you treat the ones that's in your corner.
Absolutely.
Oftentimes we do that.
I,
You know
all,
what I mean? So
all
I
the
think that
time. Yeah.
it would be imperative for us to take inventory of those who are in our corner. Let's not forget those who are in our corner. So shout out to everybody that's in my corner, and shout out to everybody
In
that's
my
in
corner.
everybody corner for real.
For
Because
real.
your corner person needs to be recognized.
And then you need to recognize who are in your corner, because a lot of people think that people that are in their
And their
in,
life
in
is in
their
their
life
corner,
is in
and
their
that's a
corner,
difference.
and
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah, you misplacing them. Yeah,
You
right.
are misplacing
misplacing them.
your peoples.
Mhm.
You need to place them where they need to be
See,
placed.
because I'm gonna tell you who in my corner, no questions asked. I'm gonna tell you exactly who in my corner.
And who was that?
Little Caesar's Pizza. Every time I call, they take my order. They right there for me.
Pizza.
Okay, then.
Can we get some clapping with that?
You need some clapping for that. You
Get a
dig?
clap for the little
Yeah.
Caesar.
Yeah, flat out. Yeah, Lil Caesar.
You know,
What
we-
Mike
I-
said, they always in their corner.
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring it up, but I was sitting here, man. Them
Was you
damn
thinking about
them
some
banana,
food?
no, but them banana peppers when they heat it up on that cheese.
Was you
man,
sitting
God,
over there thinking
damn.
about some food?
I'm having withdrawals, and I'm trying to get my team that's in my corner to help me do this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pizza.
You know? Yeah.
pizza.
But I
And
on
I
a
will be
serious note,
contacting the manager for some endorsement.
it's
And
very
speaking of
it's-
endorsements, let me see that.
it's-
I
yeah.
want to give a shout
shout
out.
out. Yes.
Oh
yes.
yes.
Mhm.
see
Speaking
if we
of
can get some-
endorsements here, I want to give a shout out to Majo.
Yeah.
Maja.
MUA.
Okay.
Job.
Just read.
Okay. MUA job
Yeah.
for all your beauty needs. Booking open for makeup. Also, she has her own cosmetic line. The website is www.shopmakeupIslife.com.
And with that, we have Tanya Jones saying that sending a big shout out to my girl Stephanie Winfrey.
Hey,
Always
Tanya.
been in my corner.
That's
Okay,
right.
that's a
And,
corner
and
person.
Tanya always been in my corner. That's my corner girl right there for real.
That's what's up.
That's right. And I consider her my friend. I can't have nobody in my corner that's not my friend.
Then we have a short intermission coming right here for an announcement. We have shout out to MUA Job for all your beauty needs. Bookings are open for making. Also, she has her own cosmetic line. The website is www.shopmakeupismylife.com. So
Shop
once,
makeup,
shop,
my life.
shop, yes,
Shop
shopmakeupismylife.com. And once again, if your short hair is short and nappy, MUA Jock will make you happy.
Pizza.
She do makeup, right?
And if your
What they gonna do
face,
with
and
hair?
she
and
have
if your face,
cosmetics.
and if your face is not up to par, and you feeling a little somewhere about your face, she can put a smile on your face and a different look. Make you look like a whole new person. She's definitely real good. So I hope you guys take advantage of this and give her some business because she's definitely dedicated to what
Get
she
that
do.
website one more time.
And that website again is www.shopmakeupismylife.com.
Pizza.
Shout out to MUA Job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing about here, but I had to throw that in.
Yeah.
But anyway, about my
Maybe she
corner,
can make up
my
some hair and make it look like hair for you, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I think we need to really focus on our corner.
Mhm,
Focus on the people that's truly in your corner,
mhm.
as opposed to first focusing on the circle.
Right now, I gotta try and have the four. But you said
No, it's a corner.
It's a
When
corner.
you
Corner
I
is
don't
not
have
four
four
corners.
corners.
It's not four
It's
corners.
a
It's
corner.
a corner.
You know, it's
See
a
the corner?
I see the corner.
Yeah, it's not four walls.
Yeah.
It's the corner.
Okay, I
Yeah,
swear.
it's just
It's
the
the
corner.
corner. And like I say, you would know. Your spirit tell you.
Absolutely. Mine
and-
tell me all the time.
Right, and like
Who to get
you
away
don't,
from.
and you don't even have to
not-
be in
not-
people's face every
and
day,
not just what
24/7. That don't mean that person ain't in your corner. And it's not just you call on people because you're in need, but that true person in your corner, they gonna know it.
they're gonna be
know
there. They just
They
gonna
know
be
you.
there. When
They
you
gonna
look
know.
up, that person gonna be
Be
there.
there.
Yep.
Flat out. When you look up, and the worst when you expect nobody to be there, the person's in your corner. When you look up, that's who's gonna
And
be
when
there.
I
Like-
have a friend,
Just like when your ass got stuck cold as it was out there, you got stuck before that far from being in your driveway. Freezing cold, I came and got your ass out of it. Freezing
Just
cold.
being in your corner.
Yes.
now why you had to bring that up?
I
got-
that thick. And I said, this don't make
I got
sense,
stuck
right?
right in the at the
But
end of my driveway.
I'm Mr. Brother Grundry. I'm examining this situation that is being stuck on a piece of ice not bigger than the ice. And I said, this is not making sense. Let me see what's going on. So as I went to looking, I said, wait, let me look at the tires. I looked at the tires.
Yeah, racing slick.
Man, she had racing slicks. When they say stick a penny to check the thread,
Wait,
you could have cut the penny in half and you ain't stand a chance for no tread. Talking about, I was going up there next week to get some tires. But it's when
listen. And when
everybody
I
else
went
going
to
up
get
and down
the
the street.
tires, the tires were so bald you can see the white thread in them, and I didn't even know they were that
Nothing to be
bad.
proud of. That's dangerous.
I mean, dang.
It is dangerous.
I'm thinking my tires had some meat on it.
Okay, yeah, we got a call to call in. Shout out to the call. We got Mr. Brent. Let me see.
Caller, can you hear? You don't need to hit.
Oh, okay.
Let us know something.
Can you hear us, caller?
Yes,
Beg your pardon?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
How you doing? How you doing, caller? What's your name?
I'm doing wonderful. My name is Faye.
You say Faye?
Yes.
Okay. So what you got to say about the corner in the circle, Faye?
I haven't listened in enough. That's why I'm calling now and tuning in just to try to find and understand what's going on,
Okay. Well, we speaking on
find out more about it.
yeah. Okay. Well, we actually speaking on the difference between your circle and your corner. You know what I mean? Like having a person in your circle or having a person in your corner. Which one is most important? Can
I'm being late, but the question you just asked me what's more important to have someone in my circle or someone in my
What's
corner
most important to you, to have somebody in your corner or to have somebody in your circle?
in my corner.
your corner? Why is that? Can you tell us? You mind sharing that with our listeners?
I would feel that to have someone in my corner, to me, to have someone that's looking out for me.
Hmm.
I can have anyone in my circle. That person in my circle is not necessarily a person that is in my corner looking out for me.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I
She got it right.
totally agree.
Because I
I
took
totally
it the
agree with
opposite.
it.
Yeah, your voice was very familiar.
Look, man, money, Mike.
Oh
Listen,
my God.
when the callers call in, man, I'm gonna take that perm off you. You understand me?
The voice sounds very
That's cool.
familiar.
That's cool. But she didn't say yours now for me. Hold on. Listen, look here.
I know that voice.
Okay. Um,
Go ahead.
Miss Faye.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, I totally agree with you. And I think that a person in your corner, those are your diehards. Those are your forever. Those are the ones that
Yeah,
actually most people in your corner they surprise you. You don't even realize or recognize that they truly in your corner until it's time and you see that they're there. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you can kind of tell.
but that person, as I was just saying before you called, that person often get overlooked too and taken for granted.
That's true. It can happen.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's a good point.
yeah, yeah,
That's a good point.
yeah. So we totally agree with you. Well, go ahead, brother. Mike.
No, I agree. I agree with everything that's been said.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
So,
Okay.
Miss Faye, are you a regular listener of Lessons with Larry or Out of the Mud?
This is actually my first time tuning in.
Okay.
Well, we
Okay.
appreciate it.
So appreciate you.
Definitely
But it
appreciate you.
won't be, I can tell you it won't be my last time.
All right, thank you.
Awesome.
That's
Are you
Definitely,
are you
definitely.
in Michigan or what state are you?
Yes, I'm in Michigan. I'm actually in Saginaw.
okay.
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 Awesome.
Well, why don't
Amazing.
you like and share for us so we can
Like,
get
share,
some
and
more?
subscribe.
Yep, get some more people from out of Sag Nasty. Is that
That's,
what they
that,
call it?
that's a special guest come off of me.
Okay, then.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, your special guest.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir. That's
She-
why the voice
but
sounds familiar.
but definitely though, and this is a very stand up person right here.
Mhm.
That called Miss Faye. Very stand up, and she's about those principles. Now you could ask her about that situation we've been talking about as well,
Oh, about
and
Mhm.
get her
see
feeling
what she
about the
say.
10-year-old.
Yeah, okay.
So ask
Okay,
Miss
yeah.
Faye that.
Share that
So
with
is
her.
she still on the phone?
Yes, she is.
I have a question for you. So we got this 10-year-old boy, right? And especially by you living in Saginaw, I really need to know. And so the uncle took this 10-year-old had a gun. And the uncle took the gun from the 10-year-old and took the gun and the 10-year-old downtown to the police station. And I had a conversation at my home, and someone said that that was considered snitching. I said, no, I don't think it's snitching because of the age of the child. 10 years old. He's a kid. And we need to get to the bottom of it. And I just totally disagree with the snitching part of being a 10-year. Now, if it had been an older guy or some older people, okay, then I might consider that snitching. But when I figured just turning 10 years old, I don't consider that snitching. And Larry here, he called it, what you call it?
I call it prevention. That's what it sounds like to
Prevention.
me.
And that's what I
Not
think.
snitching, but prevention.
It's prevention
Let's get her.
because
Let's get her
we have
view of
to
that.
we
Now.
have to do a
Let's
steer
get Miss
tactic
Faye.
with these
Let's get Miss
kids.
Faye view of that.
You're right.
Okay, now what you think about
What is your opinion?
I agree with you. I agree with you. I would have done the same thing
that? Mhm.
because he hadn't murdered anybody. He hadn't done
So
anything.
he hadn't
So
committed
it's
really
time for
committed.
just get to the root of it now before it happens.
Before it
Facts.
happens,
Facts.
absolutely.
Facts, definitely.
Mhm.
And
Facts.
we have someone in the studio who has a different opinion about that. Come on.
Okay, we have brother.
You know,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry about. Go ahead.
I have an incident where that happened to me with one of my boys. He had just finished school,
Oh, okay.
and I guess wanted to follow through with what one of my brothers used to do to get rich quick.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to come home early one day. I worked in the shop.
Uh-huh.
I happened to come home early one day, and my screen was locked. I
Okay.
couldn't understand that. I'm like, why is this screen door locked? So I knocked on the door. It took him a minute to get to the door, and I could see the nervousness in him because he's not a street person.
Right.
Some people say you don't know your kids. You don't totally know them, but you do know them in a way.
Right.
So I go in, and it just something wasn't right. And I happened to, I'm talking to him, and it just was not a good feeling. I happened to see a bag. He couldn't even get the bag under the couch good enough.
Mm.
Wow.
So when I saw it, I was getting 911 from an I'm serious. I was for real. I told him I was going to get rid of you before they get rid of you.
Right.
So I was there. I called. He asked me to call my mom, which is the grandmother. I called my mother. My mother pleaded with me not to
That was
dial
the best choice.
911.
Yes.
But did you hear what she just said? Her mother pleaded with her not to call 911.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't think he would have got in trouble.
No. But
No,
what was the
yeah,
rest
yeah.
of the story, Miss Ray?
So then I talked to my son and I asked my son who gave it to him. He would not tell me. He would not tell me no matter what. He asked me what I call my brother, which is the idea where he got it from me. He didn't get it, the material from my brother,
Okay,
but the
right. But the
idea.
idea, got you.
So he gave it to my brother. My brother wouldn't tell me, and neither would my son. They never told me where he got it from. But the fear that we put on this child, he's never done it again. I know for a fact he's never
Shout out,
done
give
it
me,
again.
give
Amen.
me
Amen.
that. Yeah.
That's the
Shout out to your son, straight up. Shout out to you and your son and your brother. For
they
real.
came together as a whole to put fear into that child.
But that just answered my whole thing because
No,
they didn't call the police on the boy. They handled the
you
thing
say
in
they.
house.
There wasn't no they with this situation.
I'm just saying
That's
But
what
it.
you gotta
what Miss
remember,
Faye
but
just
you gotta
said. It
remember
was
what
her
I
mother
said.
and her brother.
But you gotta also
He didn't
remember,
have them.
I said that you have to also remember now, he had just been school, he was 18. Now this child you're talking about is
10.
10. That would have been a little bit of a different situation.
Right.
Yeah.
See now, what I seen,
If
what I seen with the, and I'm not really, I'm just saying in my mind what I seen with the 10-year-old. I understand exactly, what happened with your son when he was 18.
That's a
And
difference.
shout out, I'm glad, I'm glad that it turned out the way it did,
That's a
and
difference.
that was really the best case scenario for real. Now, but with the 10-year-old, I can see maybe taking him down. First of all, he didn't commit a crime.
But
Hold on. Let me
but do
finish.
we know that?
Let me finish. Hold on. Far as I know, okay. Allegedly, far as I know, let the record reflect. Okay, he didn't commit a
No, it
crime
wasn't.
that anyone knows of at this
Right.
point, and I'm not alluding that he did commit a crime. So
No,
I'm
no
assuming
crime.
that he didn't commit a crime.
No
So
crime.
if he didn't commit a crime, maybe with him being 10, maybe taking him not
No,
down there for them to lock him up because they're not gonna lock him up because he's a 10-year-old, not putting him in juvenile home, but
Scary.
to put as a fear tactic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because see, I
yeah,
think, in
exactly.
my
Yep.
opinion, I think that so
They
many
need
of
that.
these children have become desensitized to pulling the trigger,
Right.
to playing with a gun. First of all,
No
they
fear.
didn't hold on. First of all, they didn't demasculated all the little young men. So
Mm-hmm.
now, when
Yeah.
you look at them, you know they can't fight. They're not strong. If you shake their hands, you do not feel nothing related to strength.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No,
But it
no,
only takes
yeah.
2.2 pounds to pull the trigger or
That's
break a
it.
wrist or whatever. But
Right.
it only takes 2.2 pounds to pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
by them being that way, when they have an issue, the first thing they do is want to
Yeah.
pull the trigger.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They don't
That's
even
right.
want to fight. We grew up fighting, but we had some type of masculinity, energy,
Yeah.
be it testosterone or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But let me just say this as well. Each circumstance set of each situation is a different set of circumstances to it. This particular case, in Miss Faye's case, he had his uncles,
A
to
village.
call
I had
in,
a
to be in.
village.
But we don't know the circumstances of the 10-year-old uncle.
He
The
have a
uncle may
village.
know that it's a very toxic situation with no order with the parents. So
Mm-hmm.
he went to say the child using the law
Right.
as a
Because that's who's
template,
gonna get him
as a
eventually anyway if he
so
keep that
Yeah.
behavior.
that could have been, there's all kind of
And that
scenarios
was the case.
in that opinion
But
that it
Understood.
could have been.
Understood.
but
But
the common denominator here is the word fear. You gotta have some type of fear in a child. The only, the world is out of control because we
OC.
don't
Yes.
fear God anymore.
Ain't no
If you
fear
love
God.
your parents, and that's why the world is, if you don't have some type of fear, let's say if your child loves you enough and they fear losing your love, we fear losing our parents' love if we didn't do what they told us or wanted us to do at some point.
Right. It was
And
fear
that's something.
instilled in them.
That's when the household is demonstrating love,
Mm-hmm.
care, and nurturing. But we got so many
Where it's
different
lacking that.
lacking that
Yeah.
and missing that uncle could have
Yeah,
already been aware of that and took the approach he did
yeah,
to them
Mm-hmm.
to them for the fear
Right.
from that area.
to save
You
him.
know,
The uncle may be saying you may not be scared of me because I be around you every day, but you scared of these police who you see.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's just like, for instance, I
You
said,
know,
hold on, let me say this. I did say this. I said that, and I said this previously, prior on another pod-
Okay.
podcast. Um, our children, our youthful children that we think are so disrespectful, they are some of the most respectful children you ever want to meet. Only thing you have to do is go down there on Church Street or go down there on Saginaw Street to the courtroom. When they get in front of the judge,
Yes,
they
sir.
yes ma'am, yes sir,
Yes,
no
ma'am.
ma'am. They on the way to the police station. Oh
that's
yes sir,
fear.
no sir,
That's
no sir,
fear.
sir. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
that's why it's fear.
exactly, they scared of them. They not just not scared of us because
That's what I'm
we see a lot of people have been so cool with their kids to where they see the kids too much.
Yeah,
First of all, I never play with my kids because too much play leads to disrespect.
that's
So if
right.
I play with you, you see me on the same level that you on, and you're not gonna respect me as your parent.
That's right.
I had to tell my son, I say, man, you was born in '90. You ain't even old enough to be cool with me. We ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm your daddy. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah.
And we need
Okay,
more.
yeah. Thank you. Go ahead.
So, if I add my little
Go
extra
ahead.
piece, I think fear and respect are two different categories, two different things. In my circumstances, when it comes to dealing with youth that um are streetish or in the street, they have no respect until you give them a reason to respect, and that respect doesn't come from being threatening to them or being aggressive to them. It comes with listening, giving them some information they never had.
Sounded good.
I,
So, so,
I, I,
so, and then with that, my experience has been that they listen from there, and then they understand from that point that they have different choices or different decisions that they make, and the poor righteous teacher still exists. You don't have to have all the glamour
Right.
in the world in order for somebody that has all the money in the world to understand and respect what you're saying.
Well,
I come from a different generation.
I'll say this. Okay, now what you said, you don't have to have all the money in the world, but see, you got to understand. Look at how all of a sudden our role model switched from a doctor, a lawyer, this gentleman, a judge, or this, or that, attorney, or this, to where it became the glamorized became more the rap. The this, the that. Hold on, because they see the flashy diamonds, they see the jewelry, they see the money, they see the car.
But that was a
Right.
plan
But
anyway.
that's what I'm saying. We know that. But what I'm saying is, so it's been switched to the role models have changed. So in order for sometimes for you to catch the kids' attention, like they look down at you, they don't come up with no beat up work boots on or something and try to talk to him. And they like, man, he ain't got no emotion. Anybody listen to this with this mentality.
And it's circumstantial too, depending. But in this current generation, there is a thing called reality dyslexia or delusion, to where I'm no, I'm misstating it, but they literally don't understand reality and the weight of it, and it's a real thing. They've been diagnosed with it from their psychologist, whoever has the opportunity for those things. So the reality doesn't hit until after the fact of something.
Yeah, that's like
So
you not thinking about
and
what you
that's
doing, the
why,
consequences until you get caught.
And
Like I
and
said,
that's why that, and that's why that uncle did the right thing
facts,
with this little 2-year-old
facts.
before later down the road when reality does kick in.
A lot of these kids, to
You
be
know,
honest,
when he,
they just need a hug.
Yeah, thug need a hug.
Need a
Come here,
hug.
give me a hug, boy. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they don't need to know they
he said,
loved, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them lack love, for real. They lack attention and they lack love. So
that's
they
true.
cry out for it
yeah,
in
that's
every
right.
way.
I
Yeah,
think,
all
I
of that,
think
and,
they're
and all,
like,
it takes all of these roads. But we since
They don't
when
have
we
it
since we talk about certain things and certain things that don't work or have worked or influences, now we have to have the solutions. She went through a situation where a solution had happened. There was a solution. I may not agree with the solution, but a
but it was
solution
solution.
happened with that.
Or would you
So
have rather had the 10-year-old walking around with
no,
that pistol?
no. The pistol is gone. It's going away.
But
It's
okay,
it's
you
going to
can
get
go get
turned in.
another one. Where'd that one come
But the
from?
the 10-year-old's
There's
not
no
going to the police station. That's what I'm saying.
I think they need to.
That's
You need to
what
I
I'm
think the
saying.
scare tactic
yeah,
should
I
be
think
It would have
enacted.
been a different
They
type of scare
They had a
tactic.
whole thing scared straight. That's
Ooh,
just
I
like if
love
they
that
don't see
show.
no type of consequences that come
I
along with it.
love that
If they,
show.
you gotta know it's cause and effect. So
Yeah.
therefore, if you don't see no consequences that come along with your actions, then what's gonna prevent you from committing these
Well,
same
there's a
actions?
certain thing called mandatory reporting. So when you do certain things and you connect those things, there's a mandatory report. Now they're gonna have
Right.
to go through. There's going to be a investigation in that
And
household.
As it
There's
should
going to be
as
all
it
kinds of
should
things.
be,
Hold on,
because
who got that
that's where the
10-year-old with a
problem.
gun?
It doesn't mean that it's the mother's fault or
We
It
not
needs to
blaming
be.
so.
nobody, but it's somebody's
It
fault.
needs to be something.
It came
That
from
access
somewhere.
came from somewhere. Now, what if that
CPS
same
needs
boy
to be
I'm just
would have
saying.
took that up
I'm
to a
just saying
school or did anything
CPS
like
need to
that?
be,
CPS paperwork is now going to
Yeah,
be
it need to be.
generated,
as
and
they should.
it may not.
And if there's nothing wrong, then cool.
And then,
Yeah.
see, like I said,
But we need
a lot
to
of
have
these
CPS
situations
See,
involved.
that's being
all,
circle and
Just
corner.
like
No,
all
no,
can't
just
be
like
dealt
I
that
with
just
girl
don't.
the
I
that,
don't
same.
think the government's supposed to be all in. There's certain things that we're supposed to be able to
listen,
handle as a
let me
community,
tell
as
you about
people,
CPS.
and
We're in
stop
a
being
position
scared
we're
of our
not
kids.
handling these
We
things.
can't definitely
And
going to kill each other.
We ain't handling these things.
but
No,
I'm saying
these are
my
not
life
those
has been
days
threatened
no more.
several times. Just doing what I do, and I don't do
These are
nothing
not those
illegal.
days no more. No,
This 2025.
these are, that is not it. That girl that was on Facebook, her father cut her hands off. Look,
Her father's a weirdo. He's strange. He
that
needs to
was
die.
crazy. But guess what? If you read the whole story,
I ain't read none
they
of it.
contacted the CPS. The CPS got
Well, we know
involved,
we have a failed system.
and they didn't do anything.
We know this.
Sometimes need to be involved because something really,
And I
something is
agree with that.
going on.
I ain't
Yes,
saying
I
not
agree.
And if
completely.
I
it's
agree.
not going on, hooray, hurrah.
Right.
Then they off the hook.
The truth can stand to be tested. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I
That's
always was
right.
told. There's a lot of.
I guess my thing is just at what point to do it. It's not that it shouldn't
A
be
gun
done.
is a
I mean,
point
I'd
to
rather
do it.
do
At what point
it.
to
Say
do
he
it.
10 as
10.
opposed to him being 18.
Yep.
You take him at 18, he going to the joint.
Yep. Period.
But he going to juvie
Exactly.
No, he's
at
not going
10.
to.
No, he ain't going. Not necessarily.
He didn't
If
do
wasn't no
anything.
crime committed, you know,
He didn't do anything.
somebody gonna get frowned upon. This
They
getting
gonna come down on the parents as they should. The
yes,
parents need to
Right.
get more responsible of their 10-year-old child.
They do.
right,
They do.
Okay, we have
right.
Miss
Okay,
Turner
well,
said
thank
my
you so
cousin
much. Oh,
Stephanie is in my corner. The love we have has stood strong from
Yes.
our early childhood and
Absolutely.
many years in Cali to now.
Yep.
I thank her for all she has done for me.
Yep.
Love
You're welcome.
corners
Agreed.
all, or covers
Yeah.
all.
conquers all.
Love
Love
covers
And
conquers
it
all.
does.
Covers
It
all.
really
And
do.
it does.
Mm.
And it does. And that's what I said when I said here of someone getting losing their love parent. I'm not talking about a significant, but really anyone. That's where respect. That's where you have control. You learn control.
Right. Absolutely. I agree 100%. And my family know, my friends know that when I got you, I got you. Ain't that right, Mike?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
make
trust
sure
and
you. I'm
believe
gonna
that.
make sure
I'm the
you good.
jokester, just in case
You know,
everybody
I
else
just
I'm gonna make sure you good.
I want us to always, pay attention to our corner, and as well, a lot of people you hear, a lot of people talk about the circle, your
And
circle.
talk to your
My
kids
circle
about
is
it.
yeah, and teach them about the circle in the corner. I
Yeah.
mean, you know what I'm saying. But I think that we need to give more attention, pay more attention to our corners instead of our circles.
Instead of circles.
You know
So
what I mean?
any
For real.
parents watching this show, sit down, talk to your children, teach them the difference between the circle and the corner,
Yeah.
and how important it is. It is so important as they grow and become a part of this
And teach that
society.
child it's okay to have responsibility.
Mhm.
Right.
I worked with my kids. They didn't like kids, but they needed.
You
Because
have
a lot
to.
of these
The
kids
same,
think
listen,
they
the
got
same,
my back. No.
the morals and principles that we were raised upon, those morals and principles still work to the day. They're just not being applied.
Did y'all have civics when y'all was going to school?
What?
Civics class, learning about government.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it did, but
Did you have
I learned
workshop?
in
Did you
real
have
life.
like workshop and electrical class?
I had
Yeah, we
wood
did.
shop,
Oh,
all
I
that
had
yeah.
stuff.
They
metal,
don't
metal
have that.
fab.
What's that when you go to you're not, you don't have to say no.
Complete.
Yeah.
So I say y'all. This was supposed to be earlier when y'all was talking about being there for each other.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
That
Thank
call
you.
that call
Let's,
is number.
let's, let's thank you so much for participating
And
in
thank
the
you, caller.
conversation. Her name, what was her name again?
Faye,
Faye.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Miss Faye.
out of
Yeah.
Saginaw,
Yeah.
Michigan.
Shout out to Miss Faye.
And I mean, she's a very good person.
And thank
man.
you for
Very
bringing the good
respectful.
content,
Mhm.
Very good person.
good
Good.
points. You know what I
Very
mean?
good.
Very good, very good.
Oh,
You know,
man.
just yeah.
Turner said, "What happened to young folks trusting grown-ups because grown-ups are grown-ups? I never distrusted the wisdom of my parents,
Me neither.
grandparents, and uncles and aunts."
But then, you know, but you got to also look, and I get what he's saying, but he also got to look at how your uncles, your grandparents, or your cousins, whoever you know that was older than you, that you put your trust in. Look how they carry themselves, as
Today,
opposed to look at how people are carrying themselves today.
is it fair to say that, unfortunately, we have some very failed parents?
Yeah, facts.
But
I mean, we do.
let me
So you
Older
can't
people make better
trust.
parents.
but wait,
You
but
can't
wait,
trust.
but wait a minute. Yeah, it's not just the we have some good parents out here that's doing some good parenting, and the kids that went AWOL. I mean, good parenting,
I mean, you can't. Yeah, you.
and the
I
kids
mean,
they get
you can't
their ear
blame everything on
listen
the
on to the
parents, but
Right.
streets, and they get with the wrong crowd.
see, that's where when you teach them at home and you create them boundaries and you teach them right from wrong and you show them, hey, look, you got to be strong. I got to make sure
They
before I
not
turn you loose to these streets, I got to be able to know in my
they
mind.
not
Hold on, watch this.
listening.
Hold on. But before I turn you loose, did you hear what I said? Before I turn you loose, I'm not turning my child loose to those streets. Before I do turn you loose to the streets, I'm gonna know in my mind that you know the difference between right and wrong, and you know how to practice them. And you strong enough to no matter what your friends doing, if they doing wrong, you go and walk the other way, and you catch it with them tomorrow. You know, for real,
I
straight up.
I
'Cause
I,
Well,
I
can I ask a
totally
quick
agree with you.
question? Ask a quick question. What was it to that saying that it takes a village? Break that down for me, if anybody can.
Well, it
it was
takes
an African proverb, right?
To my understanding, it takes a village. I don't know the whole
To raise kids,
yeah,
Right.
to
meaning,
raise one
meaning,
child.
Everybody
It
play
takes
a
a
meaning,
role.
village to
The
raise
whole
one
village
child.
got to
meaning
play a
back,
part.
meaning back when you gonna get in trouble on that block,
Mm-hmm.
you get a whooping on that block. Then you
But
get a
guess
whooping
what?
when you hold on. You
Everybody
get a
on the block
whooping when you
drunk.
get home. But now everybody's so divided. So
Everybody
we got to
drunk.
go back to we got to go back to the drawing board
Go back to
and
the
try
foundation.
and get
Mhm.
back to who we were
What
as a race and how we stuck together.
But everybody don't know about that.
That's why you have to
you have to
teach it
teach it.
just like
You have to teach
anything
it. Just
else.
like an old
And
recipe.
I'm
You know,
just
people
being the worst
you be the
advocate.
I understand that. No, we know.
Everybody's not like that.
That's
Everybody's
the
not
problem.
gonna
That's what we're
listen.
addressing
We
and
the people
saying.
that we have to work with.
That's
That's why
why
we're
they need
trying to
us
get things
to
back.
keep it
But you
out
got to
there.
understand, government has put all this into play
Mhm.
for certain things. And, there's three lessons in our government. There's evil and there's good. And there's a lot of evil people that knew the effects of music, video games, and everything else that was going to
To the
brainwash
mental,
you
to the
and
mind,
take you to a whole nother level. And the world is built off of war.
desensitize you.
War
I
is
need
money, chaos.
absolutely. I need
Prison
some
is nothing
female
but
callers
modern
to
day
call in
slavery.
to help me with
Prison is
this.
nothing but modern day slavery. They
Mhm.
had a thing in there called MSI, Michigan State
The
Industry. They make all
And the
this
feds is
stuff,
called
and
unicorn.
they make all this stuff and pay
Oh,
inmates
that's interesting.
35 cents
They
an
get
hour,
35 an hour. They
50
was getting
cents an hour,
$19 a month.
and stuff like
Wow.
that. But the company is making millions. It's modern day slavery.
Right.
But nobody wants to pay attention to one of their kids get victimized. You don't want to go tell on the boy about the gun and this, that. When one of your people victimized by it, now the policemen
Mhm.
ain't doing their job.
Yeah.
No, we got to do our
Right.
job in
The
keeping
source.
our
That's facts.
mental and
Yeah.
things
Yeah, I
together and
agree.
knowing how to
So,
correct them
so
when they come
that's
back.
not what I'm
That's a
saying.
good
Not
point.
not doing nothing about it.
No, I ain't
Yeah, but I'm
Ain't no way
saying
of doing
turning the
nothing.
gun in was the
right.
right thing. Turning the boy in to me is not the right
Well,
thing.
I don't think it was I don't think it was the case of turning the boy in. It was taking him down there
Yeah,
just
scam
to
straight.
see
Come on.
what was going on,
Yeah,
because
this could
apparently
have been
he
you.
didn't have that village. The uncle didn't have that village. And if you're doing this by yourself, these kids are not listening. They are not. I
They
tell you,
raised
go out
themselves.
there in these streets
A lot of times, not all the time.
I'm out here.
Okay, and about 80% of them, for real, is not listening to nothing that we have to say, whether we good or
But do
bad.
we know how? But do we know?
Well, I'm
Right.
just saying,
But let
maybe
me ask you
80%.
this.
But that's you because you out there. You
I think it's the
out there got
perspective.
desire.
Do you know how to communicate with?
the kids because
I,
if I
I
invest,
believe it's the perspective of her being a woman, a
Right.
black
That's
woman.
why I
So
need
for
more
us as
women to
men,
call
period,
in.
it's a whole different thing. Because
Right.
when a young man is, regardless if he know he's doing it or not, he's looking for guidance to become a man, and he's taking things in front of him, which most of the time is the women in his life
Right.
to do that. So when he looking at that like, oh y'all wilding, but then he see a man, it's a whole different thing because I ain't never seen that in my house. I ain't never
The
seen.
male
And then
energy, that
and then the
masculinity.
young man
Yeah.
he checking you and you don't even know he checking you because he trying to figure out if you real or if you some floozy fake dude. And when he find out that you for real, this is what you want.
But
How you doing?
we got some men that's out here checking their teenage boys, and they don't have, and they rebel. They rebel, and they've been stand-up fathers. They ain't been out the home. They in the home. They with their kids, and they might be a little strict. And can you
See,
be over?
Well, we need to get some of those fathers in here,
yeah.
those that have that are living that life. Because
Yeah,
I
and it's a lot
there's
of them.
only so far I can speak on that
Yeah.
with a sense of authority. So I think that's something. If you're a single father, or if you're just a responsible father in your children's
Yeah.
life, and
Yeah.
you're dealing with certain things, let's have
Yeah,
those
come on down. Let's have a
conversations.
conversation for real.
You know,
But
and with mothers too. I want to
Yeah,
single out mother
right.
because
Because it's going to take both of us on a joint effort, and we don't
And
just
it's
a lot of us
just
but
focus
the
on the
average
boys,
father,
but
the
the
girls is just as
the
important.
narrative has to be
they are
changed.
very
but
The
the
narrative has
average,
to be
the
changed.
average mother or father that's out here working to pay the
Ain't got
bills.
time. They know they
Where's
got
the
time to
time?
wait.
So you know what I would like to see? I would like to see the percentage on how many kids out here are raised by the gift of their laptop and
And
their
that was
games.
me because I
So,
worked
so
16-hour
now
days.
see where
So
the
I did
but
what
you
I
can't be
could.
blamed for it.
Yeah.
But can you see where the
Disconnect, discord.
That
exactly the disconnect come
bought
in?
bought them
And it's not
6
saying you're
cars,
wrong.
whatever.
You know, you get one out of me,
You
you
know,
better figure it out after that.
so many. Listen,
Straight up.
listen.
That's
And
it.
if I'm not
I'm beat you.
mistaken,
I ain't raised no hustlers.
the Ricky
You get one
Smiley,
out of me.
Ricky Smiley
You
show,
better, hey,
they said that by
Literally
so
6
many
cars.
one,
kids using
one
laptops,
person up.
usually here,
Right.
the Ricky Smiley show, it said by so many kids using laptops and different things that they are disconnected from one another, do not even know how to really talk and
That's
The
why
associate with
they
each
don't
phone.
other.
socialize.
The
They don't
phone.
No
socialize no
social
more. No
skills.
social skills.
And
That
that's
was
where
a
the reality
That's what.
displacement comes
Right.
from.
Right.
I knew that when the
right.
Social
cell
skills been
phone
under
came
attack.
out
Right.
and the texting
But
came out.
what
That
did
been
I
under
parents
knew.
attack.
do?
That's why I tell people don't text me. Call me. I want to be able
I
to feel your energy.
yeah,
If you call me and I know you, I can tell something wrong with your voice.
yeah.
I can be like, "Hey, what's happening? You all
I
right?"
don't like
No,
all that
something. But
texting.
if you texting me, it's
Yeah.
what you text, and then it's what how I read it
People
or how
fall
I
out
interpret
because
it.
of that.
It's what you say
Because
because
you can interpret
right,
it
and
wrong.
I
You
mean,
know how
right,
many
you said what?
relationships
But
that
you
fail?
just heard that fact in there though, right? That fact.
Yeah,
We just heard that fact about how that technology of
yeah.
laptops and things are the ones that's raising so many
Right,
kids
right.
because the parents don't have time. So they give them have to occupy their time so they can get some
I
rest.
just gave my grandbaby her
Yeah.
iPad.
So look at the things that's going on.
Never that,
So
It's
man.
back to
Zero
be
day.
careful what you wish
Zero day.
for.
And I'm gonna tell
so
you,
She's
so
10
but
months years
I
old.
know
She
they
10
all do that.
months.
They all been working.
And she know
Let me
how
tell
to,
you, but listen,
she
what I'm
don't
saying,
even want to walk, but she know how to work that.
watch this about the. Let me show you. Watch this about this with the iPad and TV. I was telling somebody else that didn't really know it, and we're gonna be wrapping it up after this shortly
Okay.
after this. But when you take a child and you put them in front of
Mhm.
a TV is for an adult because we can actually process these scenes that are being
reality,
shown.
reality.
Hold on, we can process these scenes that are being shown to us. So we know if dude just came out the apartment building, jumped in the ride, and he wound up on the other side of town, we know how he got there.
Yeah.
Now a child, when we prop the pillow up, put the child, we're trying to entertain the child by putting them in front of a TV or giving them a tablet. Watch this. Now, first of all, their minds are too young to process what they're actually seeing. So by their minds being too young to process what they're actually seeing, TV is in the laptops and all that is based off rapid fire imagery. So things changing quick, quick,
Yep,
quick,
yep,
quick, quick,
yep.
quick, quick. So when this child grow up and can't focus on nothing, and they call it attention deficit disorder, you know what I'm saying? You played a key role in making it happen because you set the stage for that. So I would recommend instead of giving your child a tablet, a TV, give them a physical book. The pictures on the books ain't moving. The words ain't moving. They ain't changing. So that child
And
can
I totally
focus on
agree.
things straight up.
Definitely
They
a good
got this
point.
cartoon
Very
called
good
Casey.
point.
They got
Very
this
good
cartoon
point.
called Casey's Corner. I put the tablet on there and put the Casey. This is a black some black people invented it. So when they say ABCs, they dance. They
Oh, yeah,
dancing and
yeah.
singing. So my 10-month-old, I turn it on and she, calling, and she gets this.
She's twerking, Doc. She was getting a little whoop. Her little diaper have a dent in it. Twerking around me
Still
because you
in a
ain't.
diaper. And I said, look at her.
She's seeing somebody
Look at
doing.
that.
Was she watching the wrong thing? They got a 10-year-old.
But this is
10
telling
month old twerking.
ABCs,
I don't
1,
care.
2,
Let's teach them
3s.
the other way.
But as well
I
as he
did that.
said about what
That's
them kids can't
crazy.
process, let's not do what these young kids
Can
are
process
smart and
our
process.
process. That's you seeing the results of what they process.
And I'm looking at her like, girl,
Go
what
ahead.
is
Sorry,
you
but
doing?
So yeah, all this is great, but it's about to get worse in my opinion. Winter is not even started. It's freezing cold outside. It's Antarctica, but it's about to get even worse. If these executive orders turn into reality, where the education system is completely
Yep.
demolished,
But what is it doing anyway?
but it's completely demolished.
Put all the lotto money.
Get it back to the states. But guess what? In the
We not
process
gonna
of
get the
doing that,
money.
what are parents going to do when you don't have a school to send your
But you
children
need
to?
to be teaching your child at home
I
anyway.
get it. So I
There
get
ain't
that.
no excuse. Ain't
But
no
it's
excuse.
about to get
But to turn
worse.
it to the States, though, for here in
It's about
Flint,
to
is
get
not
worse.
good.
But I'm just
It's not
that's
good.
not because hold up. You telling me you need government
Yep.
oversight to teach your
Flint
child?
do. Look at the
Not
city
at
hall.
all.
I
We
teach my
don't.
child.
But
and
I'm
I need
saying
money.
the
We need
process
the
in
government money
between that,
down there
the
now.
process in between being destroyed and the process between
being rebuilt or
what the new thing is.
But, okay, now I remember before Michigan had the lottery was legalized. I remember they sold that the same way they sold the casinos on so much of this money is going to go towards education.
I don't think we get a
However,
dime.
but listen, whatever we get, I know the quality of our education with our children. When you got the majority of children cannot read at their grade level,
That's crazy.
you know, the way more, what they say,
That's crazy.
4 out of 5, or is it 3 out of 4 is not reading at their
Right.
grade level. Come
So
on,
what I'm saying
that's
is,
at home.
I'm not
That's
saying that it's
crazy.
horrible that something is changing.
But then
I'm
we
saying
need to
the
change and
gap
start
in
teaching.
between the change to reconnect it to whatever the state is going to do is about to be horrible.
But see,
Because
right, and you're right, George.
in a
I agree.
space like this,
But
in
if that's
spaces specifically like Flint, if
It's gonna
there's
be
funding
bad.
that happens that
So-
gets disconnected
It's
and
gonna-
there's no more
that's true, but
Southwestern or
it's
no
time.
more
Listen,
Beecher, no more, then guess
It
what?
just-
That's more children out in these streets
Yeah.
because
But
they parents don't have the
but-
money to put them
But
in.
you don't need money to teach your child, man.
You need
They,
time.
they don't.
If you don't have money, you need
Come in.
time.
Okay, that's just like being rich and being poor.
And I agree with you, but
Tell you
I'm
something,
saying
we
there's
don't understand because we're not in these out here living these lives that other people are
But
living
we've been there.
and being in the environment. Yeah, but there's
We come
people
from the
your
mud.
age that still ain't learned and still got grandkids.
Well, they ain't got no business teaching, but the ones that do learn,
There's a
do
lot
know
of them
something,
out
those are the
there.
ones should be the teachers, man.
Flint.
so those are things that we have to figure out how to co-op and come together and bring those opportunities to the table, right? Because however we feel is feelings. Those feelings don't change the facts. The feelings don't
Feelings don't create facts.
right, and it doesn't cause us to make solutions unless we put actions to the feelings. So I'm saying what the reality is, there have been executive orders. Those executive orders destroy what we got right now. We don't know what that means in a bigger scheme of it.
What do we have right now?
Get it? I
Nothing.
understand
So
it
we're
from
gonna
that.
go from nothing from nothing
I get it
to
from that.
nothing.
Hopefully, we're going from nothing to something.
No,
Yeah,
we
but-
can't.
Because you don't. Why not?
But what will be
We
the
is
plan?
not.
What's the plan?
You telling me, hold up? You telling
I'm-
me the states hold on. Before the
Okay, I'm
okay,
gonna
no,
remind you of
I'm
something.
just saying. I mean, the only
Before,
thing.
when the state had it here,
But see,
that's
you say
how.
the state, Flint is just one part of the
I
state.
mean, but they
So
was
we got to
governed
speak of
by.
it.
Yeah, but we
But
live
we
here,
was
so
getting our
this is
money
what we
from the
understood.
state
So what
though.
happened? So what's your purview of it?
Northern got closed down.
The
All
state
these,
had it.
See,
yeah.
I don't know that. I
I
wasn't
don't
around,
either.
so I
I don't.
can't.
The
That's what I'm
state,
trying
the
to
I
understand.
state,
can't say
the
this.
state. I'm telling you what, the state had control over the money, and they kids weren't getting the books.
What about
And
all the money from the casinos and
where is
the
it
lottery?
going?
Where is it at?
Where is it going?
Where's that part at?
That's
Because
when
we
all
should never want for no money as much money
Central
going to
got
I mean,
gambling.
if you
closed.
want to ask where some money at, where's the water settlement lawsuit settlement money at?
It'll be
That,
divvied out
that,
once one is
when
only
they
one
told
person
me
left.
they
Right,
was
right.
closing down
Yeah.
Flushing Road, you know how they got that money? I believe that had them buildings open. They was getting that money out the pot from the
Well,
settlement money.
where's the
We ain't seen.
where's
The
the profit?
attorneys got it.
Hold on, no, who?
The
Okay,
attorneys got it.
Where's the interest off that money?
The
They've been
attorneys gonna
sitting for
get it.
over 10 years.
The attorneys gonna get it. They already get it.
Well,
We ain't got
there are
it.
enough attorneys in this community that have had a part or people that are in the legal profession that have information on it. So if y'all would like to get involved in this
Yeah,
platform, to let us know
I'd
Yeah,
like to
the
I
know.
would
truth.
like to know.
for sure.
That'd be great.
I
For
would
sure. I
definitely
want
like
to send a special
They can
shout out.
call you. Can they call you?
I want to send a special shout out to MUA Job for all your beauty needs. You know, bookings open for makeup. Also, she has her own cosmetic line. The website is www.shopmakeupismylife.com. You know,
Okay.
please check her out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, and support her.
right.
You know what I
I'm gonna
mean?
go on the
Yeah.
You
website
know, for
myself.
any gentleman that didn't take their girl to the concert because she wasn't looking right, call this young lady here and you can
Get them
take her to the
together.
next one coming.
Straight up.
Oh, you got one that need to look right.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, we've been had a very interesting show tonight as always, and we've been chopping it up. And
Yes.
hopefully, for those that tuned in and for the callers that called in, we appreciate that. You know what I mean? Check us out. We be here Mondays. With Lessons with Larry.
And
My
Larry, don't
co-host.
you have a program for?
Yes, I do have
And
a
we
program
and
called
if anybody that's on here
Lots
have,
of Love Mentors for Success.
there you go.
I
Get your
use a lot of love.
sons and these boys, if they need mentoring or need a hug, bring them down there and get in touch with them.
But as we always say, me and Pop,
Goes.
The week. Okay, all right. So yeah, y'all, check us out next week. And we want to spend a special shout out to Out of the Mud. We want to spend it, for the meet and greet we had Sunday. Want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank everybody for supporting us. And also we'd like to thank George F. Grundy the second. We'd like to thank James Mayfield, the greatest
James
Mayfield.
Mayfield,
That's
We'd like to
right.
thank Money Mike. And I want to thank Miss Stephanie
and I
Winfrey. Yes.
and I'd like to thank Miss Faith for Saginaw.
Yes, Miss
Yeah.
Miss
Faith from
Faith for
Saginaw.
Saginaw.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in. And hopefully you can be a
Love them
guest one day.
Saginaw
Yeah.
calls.
Facts. So y'all have a beautiful evening. Be safe.
Monica
Until
was
next week.
looking. Monica,
Peace.
she was looking.
Oh, really?
Her and her friends, they were definitely